This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by nhliberty.org.
Just received a stunning email from a longtime New Hampshire resident, Kevin from Northwood. He says, quote, I live in Northwood, NH, and am fortunate to have spent most of my life in the area. It's kind of funny how I found your site in the first place. I think he's talking about the Ridley Report. I am a gun owner and carry concealed and or open habitually on a daily basis. Recently, I entered a gas station convenience store in Hooksett, New Hampshire. I was open carrying at the time. A full-framed 1911 in a hip holster, carrying a 3-inch .357 concealed in my waistband. As I approached the counter, a woman customer screamed, "He's got a gun! I'm calling the police!" As she ran outside, and 4 or 5 other customers followed, I asked for the store's manager, who was not fazed that I had a firearm. In fact, he asked how I liked my Kimber. The police showed up in short order. The woman outside directed the officer into the building. He asked me if I had a gun. I said I did, and turned my hip so that he could easily see it. The woman yelled, "No, not that one! He's got another one in his back!" She must have seen it when I bent over or something. When questioned, I said I did. The officer asked to see it. I said I was not willing to remove the gun from my person, but would gladly lift my jacket to expose it. The officer was happy with that, so I lifted my jacket and provided the officer with my concealed weapons permit. He thanked me and told the woman that everything was in order and that I was perfectly within my rights. She then asked the officer to get me for something else, like instigating a riot. He said that he would not, and that he had a mind to charge her with instigating a riot. She stormed out the door and yelled, "This would never have happened in Massachusetts!" The store manager responded, "Then go back." I thought the general exchange was funny, but after everything calmed down, the officer thanked me for my cooperation and asked me if I was a free stater. I said, "I don't know what you mean by that, but I guess so. I live here and love it." He told me to look it up and that I would probably find more people like me. So I stumbled upon your website. After spending the past couple of weeks watching your videos when I had some free time, I figured I would let you know that you are making an impression, and from my brief encounter it seems to be well received, at least by some. I'll be watching and hope to be able to participate where I can in the future. Kevin in Northwood. Unquote.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by nhliberty.org. They're the folks who cranked out 30,000 of these. Locally oriented voter guides. Endorsing some candidates, opposing others in the 2008 general election. This voting guide appeared as an insert in key newspapers in New Hampshire. But the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance only works as well as you. Join them to participate or make a donation. And I should say join us because I am a member. nhliberty.org